you chat?
Always. You just had to slam that down for good measure.
I didn't mean to.
I thought you did it to like be like, we're starting.
No.
Okay, here we are. Hello.
Hi.
We're back. Actually, I'm still sick.
I was just going to say.
I still sound sick. I can't beat it.
It's your immune system.
I mean, I have no other answer. I got sick again and was down and turned into bronchitis. Woo!
And you still have bronchitis?
Yes. I mean, I still have a cough. Hopefully we won't be sharing that with everyone today, but like,
I would hope not as well.
it's still like a chest cough and I'm still on a steroid and antibiotics.
And you still have a stuffy nose?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not nearly as bad. Like I was like, could not, like I can still kind of breathe through my nose and I can like not need a tissue every 3 minutes, but it's still here.
You are the only person who, when they have something upper respiratory, travels around with a Kleenex box in your hand. Not a little pack of tissues, a Kleenex box and a jewel bag for your Kleenex trash.
Well, what else am I supposed to do?
I don't know. It's just like having a homeless person follow you
I don't
around.
have the luxury of staying home when I'm sick. I would love to stay home.
No, I don't need you to stay home. It's just like, if you have to blow your nose, go to the bathroom, blow your nose, and then
400
throw it away.
times?
You shouldn't have to blow your nose that much.
You do.
No.
You do.
Because when you blow your nose, nothing happens.
No, that is not true. And I'm not going to show you the evidence to dispute that because that's disgusting. But I can't get up 400 times and go blow my nose. It's the responsible thing to do. And I come with hand sanitizer.
But I think the more you blow your nose, like your nasal cavity gets inflamed.
Well, I've never been told that by an actual MD.
That's me.
I've been told by my MD to get, quote, get it all out.
RMD is me.
Not an MD.
Yeah.
An MD.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine then.
Specifically not a doctor.
Yeah, Rachel, NMD.
No, not a doctor.
And this is my advice.
And take that to the bank.
All right. Well, you're feeling
Better. So much better.
better
Upright.
and ready to chat.
Mm-hmm. Always. I haven't been able to chat because of this illness, but now I've got a lot of stuff saved up.
It's been cancellation after
I
cancellation.
know. I had to cancel everything in my life.
Some things that you didn't want to do, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, I reap the benefits in some ways, but I didn't have to. Well, I did have to still go to some stuff I didn't want to.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I had to work on Saturday, and then we had another shower on Sunday.
A lovely shower.
Beautiful shower, and
It's
then
the season of the shower. You know what? I think if you're going to have a shower,
what?
like people don't have control over this, but if you're going to have a shower, I feel like you should have one like in the winter. Because for some reason, like spring and summer, it's just like shower, another shower, another shower.
I've already planned my baby shower in the future.
I don't think that's good luck.
No, like what I would do. I just like in theory. I'm a
Okay.
planner by nature.
Of course.
And it's going to be a brunch and it's going to be an hour and a half. That's it. In and out.
Games.
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to seat people at tables of people they'd want to have brunch with.
Well, I appreciated that at the shower we were at this weekend, it was just open seating.
Open seating.
Sit where you want.
It's not that
I hate when I see my place card and it's like, oh, good. And I'm here.
Excellent. I mean, I hate to complain because showers are lovely and I love to shower our friends with love.
I do too.
But I also love to complain. So
it's hard. Like, I wish that when you have showers of people you actually want to go to celebrate, they're not mixed in with showers of people you don't care to celebrate. Because then it's like they get
all
a bad rap.
I hear you. And then it was my mom's 60th birthday. So we took her to get pedicures and for dinner because tonight is her surprise party where I'm bringing in a sloth.
We're meeting a sloth tonight.
We're meeting a sloth. I don't know
Sloth begoth.
why my mom is so obsessed with sloths.
It feels newer.
It's not newer. I'd say it's in the last decade.
Newer. She's a 6-year-old woman.
Well, yeah, true. But I'm just hoping the sloth shows up. Like I always get anxiety that like the thing won't happen that I'm planning.
But she doesn't know about it. That's what's exciting.
But like,
then you're just having a dinner for her birthday.
But everyone else is staring at me like, where's the sloth?
No, then you're like, sloth canceled. Haha. That reminds me of when we were in college, and for our sorority, the seniors always do a prank.
Oh yeah.
On the younger girls. And the pranks up until we were seniors were absolute trash.
Terrible.
Extremely lame. And we decided we were going to have, at the college that we went to, underage drinking was like obviously prevalent, but
very, very punishable.
yes, like drinking tickets
galore.
And a lot of people were education majors. And if you have more than 2 drinking tickets.
Which, was that a rumor or real? People said it like it was fact. Like if you get 2 drinking tickets, you get kicked out. You can't be you can't be a teacher. Like, is that true?
I don't know. But that was the lore. And so people were just like so afraid of it. And cops would like knock on the apartment doors and break up parties and then like give drinking tickets. It was just like, let us live. But anyway, our senior prank was hiring a stripper.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Who dressed up as a police officer.
Yep.
And I don't know how I ended up in charge of the prank,
and
of executing said prank.
Meet him downstairs.
Yes. Well, I also had to find a stripper that had a police costume that was believable. I was like, I don't want you to show up in like a police blue button down and booty shorts. I need you to like actually come and pretend to be the police. I need you to have decent acting skills. It took a couple months of vetting strippers to find someone who was a believable enough stripper. And they came from downstate.
As they do, as all strippers.
As all good strippers do. And
from the stripper university.
We had a big party at our apartment, like a senior send-off, and everyone was like, woohoo! And we had a lot of underage girls. Makes it sound like we were running some sort of a...
like, it sounds like we're running a brothel. And by underage, she means over 18. Like,
yes.
We didn't have, like, 12-year-olds.
Freshmen through sophomores. Drinking at our apartment, and... I get a text. The stripper has arrived. I go downstairs to meet him, make sure his outfit looks normal. He's like, I've done this before. I've never had to actually pretend to be a cop, but I've been practicing on my drive up. And I was like, okay, like,
let's do it too.
Let's do it. It's now or never. He pulls out a mystery flask from like a velvet satchel. In the parking lot of our apartment.
Did he ask you to take a swig?
He takes like a big swig of it, and then he's like, for you? And I was like, I'm good, thanks.
No AIDS for me today.
Yeah. I'm going to take a pass on your mystery elixir. So then like I go upstairs. I'm like, I'm going to go back into the apartment. Hopefully no one will have noticed that I've slipped out. Please take off your aviators. It's nighttime. And in like 3 minutes, just bang on the door really loud, you're the police. And he was like,
I'm the police.
Yes. He was like, got it, babe. Okay. So I think he was gay too, which does help a little.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Straight stripper, kind of creepy.
So creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go back upstairs. I slink back into our party. The music's banging. We've got all the lights turned down because we didn't want anyone to notice that I had left. And he bangs on the door. He's like, open up, open up. I'm like, all right, relax.
It's fine. I'm not this aggressive.
Yeah. Too much.
Pull it back.
And everyone's like, like gasps all around the party. And
I think we locked the doors to our bedrooms.
We did.
So they couldn't go hide.
Yes. Because
which is even creepier. Like girls everywhere like can't go hide.
Because that's what you would do. Like you'd go hide in a bedroom, like underneath people's beds. Because sometimes you'd get cops who would just like ticket people who were in the living room, and some would actually like tear the apartment apart.
Oh God, fond memories.
So we had locked all of our bedroom doors. So everyone just had to be out in the like kitchen and living room area.
Oh God, that was cruel.
Yeah. And so I'm like, everyone quiet. Like, go to the rooms. Like, we're like,
we don't know we locked them.
And then they're like banging on the doors. Like,
the doors.
I'm like, shh.
The shit out of these.
So
girls.
all of these young girls are just like standing around the apartment. Like people are bursting out into tears. Like, this is my second one. Like, so I go open the door and he comes in. He's like, we've gotten a noise complaint for this apartment. And I'm like, I have no clue why. Like, we are just having a relaxed gathering here.
It's just casual.
We have his stripper music queued up on the boombox that he had given us. And so like that's plugged in our kitchen, ready to go. And we had like a code word, like when we say like, there's nothing we can do about it, then we're going to play the music and he's going to start his strip routine.
Yeah.
And so like he comes in, we turn on the lights. Like he's like, I'm going to need to see everybody's IDs. He really did. He did do a good job of selling it.
He sold his acting, yeah.
And everyone was like crying. Like, I don't even have my ID here. They're not even going to be able to prove I'm 21. Like he's like, girls, come on. There's no hiding from this. Come on, get out of it. So he's really selling it. And then like, and then I'm like, you guys, it's fine. There's nothing else we can do about it. Someone hits play on the boombox and it's like, the lights like dim down and he rips his shirt open and he's like, we're here to party. Yeah. And the girls were like, like
oh
extreme.
Oh my God.
Extreme thrills all around the room. He like grabbed one of our kitchen stools and
he was like grabbing girls in a very like with consent way.
Yes, all with consent.
He was like,
course.
who wants a dance?
Yes, it was quite a prank.
What a prank! That's funny. Wow.
Why did we bring that up?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I did. I've been on that kick of us answering questions that couples ask each other after a long, happy relationship.
Yeah.
And I already have my answer, so I'll give you a moment. What is something that really, really annoys you about me after all these years?
Oh,
the list.
Where to begin?
I have a couple.
You have your answer for what I'd say about you or what you'd say about me?
What annoys me about you after just years of bliss.
Okay.
Would you like me to go first?
It's so irritating because you have time to prepare. No, I have a list.
Okay, good. I do too. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Your inability to be on time.
I was on time today.
But like, it's rare. It's so rare.
I'm usually at least around 10 minutes behind.
Behind is a synonym for late.
Behind. I'm about 10 minutes behind.
Yesterday, I didn't care because I was so tired. But I pull up to your driveway and I see your husband come out with your baby. And I knew it was a ruse. I knew you were using.
I said, Mike, please go tell her that that I'm running a little late.
And your baby was being so cute and giggly. So I was distracted at first. I was like, oh, hello. Hi. Give him a kiss.
Hi.
We're dancing. And then I go, is Rachel running late? And Mike goes, a little bit behind. I go, actually, I'm so exhausted today. I don't even care. But wow.
Okay, that's one.
That's your turn. Now your turn.
Oh, you only had one?
Oh, I have a couple, but I'm only going to pick one.
Oh, I only have to pick one?
Yeah.
Well, now I have to narrow it down. Give me one more while I think.
Okay. How you literally are always, you have your phone in the ether, but you don't respond to texts. Like, you'll look at a text, you'll give your phone to your baby. You'll look at your text, you'll set your phone down. You'll look at your text, you'll chuck your phone to Bangladesh. And then 7 hours later, you're like, oh, sorry, did I not respond? Here's that time-sensitive information.
Nothing is time sensitive.
In this life.
As an example, right now I might look at my phone to pull up something I wanted to talk about. I see a text and then it's
gone.
Yeah, I don't have a chance to respond right now.
I hear you.
How do you keep up with your texts?
Extreme diligence.
Yeah, I'm not that good. I'm actually bad.
But maybe I'll be bad about it like in the future. But up till this point, I've been very diligent.
Pretty bad. Okay.
Those are my two.
I would say for you, just piggybacking off of that, this doesn't count as one, but you being early to pick me up is even more annoying because like I'm just trying to be on time. And then when you're like here 6 minutes before the time, you're picking me up at 9 and you get there at 8:54. It's like, no.
But I started not texting you until 9.
Why are you there earlier?
Because if I am late, I am dead. So I just am early.
I'm not worried about that.
But you should be. But like I just get there early. I can't control that. I'm not going to waste gas.
There actually have been a number of times that you've pulled up and I've been standing in the driveway.
I wouldn't say a number. Occasionally it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're late all the time, but I'm saying more often than not, you're quote behind.
Are we counting 5 minutes behind as behind?
I mean, even if I didn't give you the 5 minutes, you're still behind.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Colonel Mustard over here. Give me a break. 5 minutes? Some clocks are off.
I'm saying, well, we all use cell phones, which are linked to the cell tower. This isn't 1984.
No, not my car one.
You're getting ready in the car?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, so my earliness annoys you. Got
Okay,
it.
that definitely annoys me.
Noted and understood.
Another thing that annoys me is that you refuse to.
On pins and needles, what is it?
Usually, you refuse to watch anything I recommend to you,
Oh God. Okay, true.
which we've mentioned. Wow. Let me count the ways. Oh,
I'll go to third. I was worried you wouldn't be able to come up with anything.
that you like to play devil's advocate,
Oh, that does annoy you. Yes.
even when you don't. You
I don't even believe the devil.
You don't believe the devil, and you haven't even flushed out what you believe. Like your first reply is devil's advocate, and then like I have to end up convincing you and said devil, and then you're like, no, I agree, and it's like, then what the fuck are we talking about?
It's an exercise in playing all of the sides out.
I don't want to do that right now. Sometimes I tell you something and it's like, can you believe that my coworker did that? And you're like, but
where'd your coworker grow up?
yeah.
What's your coworker's life
Or
like?
maybe your coworker thought, etc. And it's like, what? No.
My coworker's a serial killer.
My coworker did not think that. My coworker stole my jacket. There's no two sides of that.
Yeah. Okay, these are things I'll take under advisement.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I will. I'm not early anymore. I mean, I am early, but I don't tell you I'm early.
Okay.
I just like silently sit there thinking like, I'm early. I'm early.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing that game with me.
Did you want to get to some of the interesting things that I had to tell you?
Please tell me something.
The first one was that I saw a headline that made me think, because not this weekend, but last weekend, we went to see a psychic medium.
We did. It was the best. Yeah.
And I saw a headline that said Courtney Cox said that Matthew Perry has visited her a few times.
Oh.
Which is so sweet.
What does he say?
She said, let me tell you.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that a sweet
The
story?
Matthew Perry death is still very upsetting to me.
And that happened when we were in Paris.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I remember waking up and seeing it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh. Not in time for his ghost to come to our wedding, though. We were already married. It was a couple days after.
She said, I'm so thankful I got to work so closely with him for so many years. He visits me a lot if we believe in that. She said, I talked to my mom, my dad, Matthew. I feel like there are a lot of people like that, I think, that guide us. I sense that Matthew's around for sure.
Oh. Chills.
Which is so sweet and made me think about how we went to a medium and there are medium naysayers.
Oh, yeah. And they're wrong.
Yeah.
There's no way that, like, you just don't go anywhere. Like, I don't know what the afterlife is like, but I deeply believe that we go somewhere.
I am not even 100% sure of that. But, I mean, I want to believe that. But I just think some of the stuff that, like, mediums tell people are like, how could this person know some of these things?
No, it is crazy.
Isn't that, like, the proof in the pudding?
I mean, some of them think that, like, they are illusionists. I don't know if that's the word. Like, they think they can, like, read your mind. Like, they're not psychics and they're not mediums. Which is also very, like, a gift. But there are some people who think, like, they're just picking up, like, in your brain what you want to hear. Or, like, that subconsciously that you're giving them clues to things that you want to hear.
I don't actually understand how that works either.
I don't either. And, like, the things she knew about both of us, I was like, you're so real.
And some of the things that she told you were things you have not even thought about.
Yes.
Like, she told you to hold on to these, like...
these little handkerchiefs that I don't even know where they are.
And you're like, handkerchiefs? Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Like, so now she's a mind reader and she can read your subconscious?
Beyond my subconscious. I haven't thought about them in 20 years.
I mean, come on.
I know. It was crazy.
But I just love when people, like, ask about the experience with the medium and then they're, like, picking apart everything you say. Like, oh, well, what did she say about blah, blah, blah? And
Well,
you're
she
like,
could have known that.
and they're like, well, that's kind of general and vague. It's like, I'm not telling you this story so that you can like.
Then why'd you ask?
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to tell you about my medium.
I don't get a commission for every believer. Oh, converted another one today.
And like, what sort of sick joy do you get if I believe and I got some positive experience? Why the fuck do you want to ruin it?
Totally.
Like, just let me live. Like, if someone tells me a story that brings them joy and I have some questions, I just leave it alone. I'm like, cool.
I guess it depends on what the joy is.
You're like, I could fuck with someone's joy depending on the day.
I just mean like if they're like, I went to this really amazing, what is it? Fluffies convention?
Oh, the sexual animals?
Furries. Yeah, I went to this really amazing furry convention and I'm interested in joining some furries. I'd be like, I don't know if that joy is.
I have some questions.
I have questions about that joy.
I guess that's fair. But like more often than not, I don't. Like if someone's like, I went to a furry convention, it was cool. Cool.
You don't have questions about that?
I don't want to engage. I don't really care. You know I don't ask any follow-up questions. I'm like, cool. You would be like, where was it at? When did they go? What did they say? No clue.
When you're telling me, that's actually another thing that annoys me about you.
Oh, good.
Circling back.
I thought we were done with that.
No, it's like you'll tell me a really interesting story, like good gossip from work or something like, oh, did I tell you that so-and-so has this client who blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, wow, who knew? And then I'm like, what did they say about this? How did they find out?
I don't know.
What's the parents of the client say?
I don't know.
And you're like, oh, I don't know. It's like, oh, it's literally clickbait.
I am clickbait.
You're clickbait.
I'm human clickbait.
There is no story when you click on the link.
Because I have so much going on in this brain. Like I can't possibly be taking more in.
Well, don't tell us then.
What? You like the clickbait?
No, I don't, because then I'm left wondering. I'm just left with a lot of questions. I feel like it also depends on how close the person is to you. Like if your mom was like...
Oh, yeah, I get more tea if it's like something I really give a shit about.
But also if your mom was like, I heard about this really cool different convention where people dress up as animals. And what is it again? They're
furries.
Like... No, but like they're...
I was like, God damn, furries.
No, I remember furries, but what is it? It's like there's like...
It's like a kinky thing, right? My husband's like, my knowledge of furries has come and gone.
It's unclear. But yes, it has something to do with like sexual, like Cookie Monster.
Oh my God.
No, like animals like that. Like you could dress up as like a character and it's some like weird sexcapade.
I'm going to look it up. I don't want to be spewing untruths about the furry.
You don't want to speak untruths about furries.
About the furry community.
Okay.
What is a furry?
And what is a furry?
Okay. A furry is a subculture interested in anthropomorphic animal characters. Some examples of anthropomorphic attributes include exhibiting inhuman intelligence and facial expressions while walking on two legs and wearing clothes.
What? What does this have to do with sexuals?
I don't know. I think there is a sexual thing to it. Are furries meant to be sexual? Oh, not always. Some media portrayals of furries have emphasized a sexual element to the fandom, but if sex motivates some of the furry fandom, it's hardly the only thing that interests its members.
Okay, well, let's say your mom was joining some sexual furry convention.
I would definitely have questions.
I think you'd have some questions.
Yeah, I guess I'd have some questions about that.
Exactly.
Huh. Interesting.
So that was an interesting story, and I just wanted to tell you that Courtney Cox agrees with us.
I totally agree that mediums are real. This was so long ago, but I was without a voice when it all broke. How excited are we that Justin and Haley are pregnant?
Is that why he posted that video of himself crying?
Did he post himself? They posted, I did think this was a bit much. They did like a vow renewal and like their like maternity photos are all these pictures of her like in a really skin tight wedding dress.
A vow renewal? They've been married a year.
It's like 4, but yeah.
Same thing.
But they did like, that was their pregnancy announcement, was like her visibly pregnant in this vow renewal.
Do you think that puts all the people who think that like those who don't even really like each other, the conspiracy theories, this puts it to shame?
No, because I think if you're that invested in someone else's marriage to sit there and think about if they really love each other or not.
Oh, then you're sitting there being like,
this is part of the conspiracy. They, of course, had to have a child. But yeah, I'm dying over their pregnancy rumors. I mean, no, sorry, their confirmed pregnancy, because the pregnancy rumors have been swirling around for months. And you know how much I love baby names. So all I really care about pregnancies is to get to see what they're going to name the baby.
Did she come out and say, like,
I'm pregnant?
I was struggling to get pregnant, and
No.
that's why, okay. It just felt like people kept talking about, like.
Well, I think for years there's been rumors, and then her dad is the one who like really like spewed the rumors. He was saying, please pray for Justin and Haley because they're very religious, and people were like, they must be pregnant or struggling to get pregnant or something. And then, ta-da.
Oh, so that's where those rumors maybe.
That's where they really started.
came
And then
from.
she was kind of like hidden for a while. You know, she was always out there in a crop top.
When is she due?
They haven't said. I mean, she's like visibly pregnant in the photos that they posted. I would guess she's like 4 or 5 months in the photos. Maybe more.
Wow.
You can look at the pics as a formerly pregnant person. Maybe you can tell us.
Just by how she looks, I definitely can't. I mean, I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look. What's that from?
Did we make that up?
No, that's like a funny. It's from like a stand-up bit or something.
Is it?
But it's really funny.
It is really funny.
Yeah, I have no clue how pregnant she would be, but mazel.
Mazel tov to them. We're very excited to see what you name your baby. Speaking of the devil's advocate, tell me you watched the video of Diddy.
I did.
There's no advocating for that devil.
No.
What an actual piece of shit.
And you know what?
So violent.
Like the confidence that he must have had, like,
to run into a public hallway
of a hotel where like there are obviously cameras, and then right outside the elevators is where that clip came from. Like,
there's other people, I'm assuming. He didn't buy out the floor.
And he just like is beating her in the public area. It's like, imagine what he was doing to her in private.
Oh my God. People are now, it makes me sad to even look at, but people are like dissecting all these videos of them and like the body language and how she's like standing in the background, or like if he doesn't like something she says, he kind of like tips her off her balance and like pulls her waist, and like it's just like, what a manipulative fuck.
What is the history of this man? Like, why is he an artist? Is he like, why does everyone know who he is? What is he famous
he's
for?
a producer originally, right?
A producer and a rapper, yes.
Oh, he is a rapper.
Yeah.
He has music.
I'll Be Missing You. If you never heard that song, it is a great song, but now I can't listen to it. He was like Bad Boy Record. Isn't it kind of alleged that he was part of Biggie's death? Like he was part of it? I'm going off book now. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Okay.
he's always been in and around what's hot in rap and hip hop. He was a producer, a rapper, and I am certain that he probably beat his other girlfriends. So he just has a long history of domestic, and he's been accused of sexual abuse before. Some people have said that he forced himself on them. Like,
yeah, isn't this like, is he the same one who like
they just raided all of his houses?
Yeah. Okay.
But this started when Cassie sued him, and he gaslit the shit out of her. And his statement, that's what's so funny about his statement now, like, I take full responsibility. Well, number one, we can see you. Like, taking full responsibility once we've all seen the surveillance video, don't really care.
Well, also like taking full responsibility, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, no one else is in the video.
It's like,
I'm not sure who else's responsibility this would be.
Oh, you weren't possessed? Got it.
Good to know.
We understood that. So, but when she first filed the lawsuit, he was like, we're settling this privately, like basically saying what she alleged had not happened. And then allegedly he made her sign an NDA, like just making it so fucking difficult for her. And then, which I love, whoever released this video, I know it came via CNN, 1,000,001 blessings upon your home. Like, you are doing incredible things.
1,000,001 blessings.
I needed this to come to light. He's always been such, and you know who else said he was a piece of shit? He had that show Making the Band on MTV.
I didn't watch that.
You didn't? Oh, I loved it.
It was good?
Dandy Kane.
Oh, they came out of that?
They came out of it. And Audrey, she has also said for years he's an abusive fuck. So, down with the patriarchy.
Yeah, that was just like the craziest. It was like he
whipped her. And then did you see, if you watch till the end, he throws like a glass vase at her?
Yeah.
Like,
not a care in the world
No.
that like they're not even behind closed doors.
and then he's like, after this, I went to rehab for being a narcissistic asshole.
Yeah, what?
He's like,
Did you get a brain transplant?
He's like, I hit rock bottom. I'm like, you hit something. It definitely wasn't rock bottom.
Someone else was at rock bottom down there too.
It was Cassie's skull.
Yeah.
So, and annoyingly, it's outside of the
Statute of
limitations, which is upsetting. Which is what happens with domestic violence, because these women are too afraid to file charges, and so they get away with it. Get the justice.
Yeah. No one loves justice more than this gal.
Yeah. Why don't we? They actually should be called.
I seek justice more than you.
Way more. Oftentimes, they can't be bothered with justice.
You are like, well, what can you do?
Life happens.
And I'm like, no, you burn them at the stake.
You would have. What do you think you would have burned witches? I feel like you might have.
No, because I'm kind of like,
Witchy.
I'm just kind of like, ooh, a potion. Interesting.
Interesting.
I take a lot of vitamins.
That's true. I just feel like in Salem, you would have been like a justice seeker. Oh, but maybe you would have been fighting against the witches being burned.
Yeah, like that is an injustice.
Got it. Yeah. My apologies for
Justice seekers are good do-gooders. Do-gooders.
I apologize for insinuating you would have burned witches at the stake.
Yeah, justice seekers are people who like are seeking justice. Means like someone was wronged.
But it depends on which side of the crime you're on.
I'm on the side of this person who was wronged always. I'm always on the side of they who was wronged.
Those who are wronged seek justice.
Is it them? Them who were wronged? No.
They who are wronged.
I'm always on the side of those who are wronged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put that in your Instagram bio. You know who was wronged?
Who?
All the women at that fucking graduation who had to listen to Harrison Butler.
Oh, Harrison butt loser.
Butt face.
Harrison butt fuck.
Can you believe though, like, I'm sure his whole team already hated him. Like, he just seems like the loser on the team. Like, everyone's
Does he?
like, oh my God. Like, even Mahomes is like, I never talked to him. Like, before this, there was footage that resurfaced where he was like, yeah, I don't talk to the guy much off season. But now to be like, oh my God, you could not be more annoying.
And also, like, there's people coming out in support of it.
Oh, well,
Have you seen that?
no, because I can't interest myself.
That's an even more interesting piece of that puzzle.
He was raised, I guess, by a woman who was a physicist.
Yeah. How about his mom makes a speech?
I would love for his mom to say something. Like, it's one thing if you want to tell people, like, you can be a wife, you can be a mother, you can do whatever you want. But to basically be like, you've been told lies that, like, caring about your promotion matters.
Oh, here it is. Okay. Kansas City Chiefs CEO, wife, and daughter speak out amid Harrison Butler controversy. Tavia Hunt,
clue.
who has been married to the billionaire businessman owner Clark Hunt for over 30 years, shared her thoughts, saying, I've always encouraged my daughters to be highly educated and chase their dreams. I want them to know that they can do whatever they want that honors God, but I also want them to know that I believe in finding a spouse who loves and honors you as or before himself, and raising a family together is one of the greatest blessings this world has to offer. Affirming motherhood and praising your wife, as well as highlighting the sacrifice and dedication it takes to be a mother, is not bigoted. It is empowering.
Listen,
Thank you so much, Tovia.
here's the thing. No one is disagreeing. Like, if you choose to be a stay-at-home mom, that is a full-time fucking job. And that is a path. And raising your family is a blessing. That actually wasn't my issue with the speech. It was weird.
Agreed.
But not my issue. My issue where he was basically like, you here on this day of celebration for you choosing to go out and get a college degree, I'm going to shift the focus from your educational pursuits and achievements to you've been lied to. None of this really matters. You should really pursue being a wife and mother. Like, if he was at a convention of stay-at-home moms, that speech would have been beautiful. Great.
Totally.
Know the audience. Read the room.
Yeah.
I'd be so fucking pissed if I was a girl sitting there who worked my ass off to get a degree and my commencement speaker is basically being like, you've been told some lies. You're thinking about a promotion. Stop. Like, well, then what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah, I just spent 4 years in college.
I have debt. Like, I took out loans to be here. Asshole.
I just think, like, he really thought he was doing something there. And
He wasn't.
it was, like, embarrassing.
For him, though, like, you can only be embarrassed if you know something's weird. And I think he got off that stage being like, well, couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah. And of course, then, you know, like his wife speaks out. We don't give a shit what his wife says. She obviously knows.
She agrees. She probably heard the first draft.
Yeah.
She probably had some edits. But I also just wish things weren't so polarizing. That's where I'm wondering where the shift is. Because it is very, like, extreme now. Everything feels heightened. Like, the conflict in the Middle East, the political spectrum. Like, nothing is, like, if people don't agree, and I feel this way too, I'm like, oh, God, no.
Yeah.
They're an idiot.
Totally.
When can we get back to the middle? Is it possible?
Is there any way we could sort of
Does anyone have directions back to the middle?
shimmy back to the middle?
Can we Google Maps back to the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need, like, time and space from all the political figures
It's
in
not
our Eartha.
It's not us, it's you guys. We need
Is it
space.
Eartha?
What's Eartha?
Not Eartha.
What the fuck are you talking about?
In our ether.
Eve?
You couldn't figure that out. It's the same syllables.
Eartha?
Eartha, ether.
Not the same.
Really,
I
really
actually
close.
am having such issues with word retrieval that I'm not going to throw any stones at you.
I said Eartha, and then I was like, I don't think
well,
that's
that's not
the word at
right.
all.
Yeah, my word retrieval's not been so good.
Oh, I wanted to tell you this article that I read because we were just talking about it.
What is it?
It is about how it is costing people more than ever to be
Alive?
that and also to be in weddings.
Oh. Yes, we love to talk about this.
This is an article from New York Mag.
Okay.
And it says, are you getting married? Best wishes. I can't promise you a lifetime of happiness, but I am confident that your celebrations will probably cost you more than you think. Recent data from the Knot shows the average cost of bridesmaid obligations add up to about $1,900.
Oh, I feel like that's
the
low.
average.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's low as shit.
And of course, this still has not stopped brides from expecting their friends to shell out even more, regardless of whether or not they have the means. So it's a long article, but it's like they talk to 3 different women who kind of give their comment on it. This girl, Dina, is the manager at a nonprofit.
Poor Dina. She's getting fucked.
Yep. She says, I'm already in debt, but this wedding that I'm in this summer is about to set me back another $3,200, and that doesn't factor in the gift that I know my friend, let's call her Allie, expects. I don't think I've ever spent $3,200 on really anything. She says, I met Allie in college. We were super close. Her family has a lot of money and mine doesn't, but it didn't matter much during school. We'd go out together, have a great time, etc. After we graduated, we drifted apart a little, as people do. And the differences in our financial lives became a little more stark. She comes from money. This girl, Dina, doesn't. She says, I don't hang out with her that much anymore because all she wants to do is go out to really fancy dinners, spend money drinking, things I can't afford. But she did call me when she got engaged, and I was super excited for her. I love her fiance, great guy, but I didn't think she'd ask me to be a bridesmaid because we don't hang out or really even talk that much anymore. But when she did ask me, I was kind of like, oh, she values our friendship from college. I'm honored. But then I realized that the rest of the bridesmaids are very wealthy, and I'm not close to any of them. So I could tell that I was going to be sort of the black sheep of this situation. And she said, at the beginning, Allie made it seem like most of the bridesmaid costs were going to be covered. It's a destination wedding. She said her parents were getting a villa where we could all stay. For the dresses, she said she'd just pick a color and we could get whatever we wanted. I've never been a bridesmaid before, so I wasn't sure what was normal. But the first big cost came when she changed her mind about our dresses. She decided that she had a specific one that she wanted us to get. It's $550. You have to get them custom made. And everyone in the group chat was like, oh, these are gorgeous. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, these are gorgeous. Okay.
Then it turned out that the villa isn't happening either. Instead, there's a hotel block where we were expected to stay for 3 nights at a $400 a night rate. I've been tracking flights. Can't find one that's affordable. Like, the costs literally keep adding up in this story. Then it came to plan the bachelorette party. I'm dreading it. The organizers picked a house that's $8,000 for the weekend, which comes out to $750 a piece. I literally laughed out loud. I texted the bridesmaid who's managing it and was like, I just can't make that work. And she was like, it's really important to Allie that you be there. How much can you pay? And I literally responded and said, I don't know, maybe like 200. I kept hoping they'd just forget about me and go on without me. Finally, though, I had to work out a plan with the organizer where I'm paying her in increments.
She's on a payment plan?
She's on a payment plan, which is ridiculously what like people say, like, and I know that if you can't get me the $1,000 now, you can just pay me $100 a month until we're squared. It's like, now I'm on a payment plan.
Want to be on a payment plan.
So anyway, this thing goes on and on. She's like, I literally can't win. I'm drowning in debt already from this wedding. And she's like, and I have $19,000 of debt from like life, school loans.
Like, I cannot do this.
Yep. So people are just saying like, it's ridiculous. This one girl, a different girl in the article says, I had to go to the Mac store and send the bride pictures of different lip colors so she could approve what I bought.
Oh my God.
Like, no, thank you. Yeah, I won't go into any more, but there's like a lot of these girls all have stories, and it's just like, it truly is getting so expensive. And I know like you said earlier, it's just getting expensive to be alive, but like,
no, but it's getting expensive to be in weddings. I just don't understand it. And I know I sound like a psychopath because it's like you got married in Paris, but you can tell.
This is all to just shame the fuck out of you.
No, but like, you can tell me as someone who was, quote, in my wedding, I really feel like.
What do you mean, quote?
Well, I just mean like, we didn't have like it wasn't like we had like a bridal party sort of thing.
Oh,
like
right,
you
right,
were in my wedding, like you were my maid of honor, but like it wasn't like I did this like this sort of thing. Like
Right,
I wasn't
right,
like,
yeah.
I was like, wear whatever dress you want. I paid for everyone's hair and makeup. I'm not asking you to get your hair and makeup done after flying. I also had a destination wedding. I would have choked before I would have asked you guys to then pay for your hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Like, if you have so much money, show us.
Go ahead.
Be classy.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it, then don't make all these other people.
Right.
Like, I'm a firm believer, if you can't afford to treat people to things that are extras for them, then you shouldn't be forcing them to pay for them.
Correct-a-roo.
It's so uncalled for.
But people feel like I know people feel like, well, I went to, these 700 other bachelorette parties.
It was crazy then too.
And I've been to Cabo and the Bahamas, and I've been to Vegas for, all these different people's trips. And now it's my turn.
But I think the difference is there's two things to that. If you went of your own free will and it wasn't a financial strain on you, great. If you went in duress, shame on you. Like,
Right.
Why are we all doing these things we
But
cannot
what about
afford?
people who go because they're like, I want them to come to mine?
Well, get help.
Seek help.
Like, you shouldn't
Let me attach a hotline number for help.
Yeah, like, you shouldn't do something because it's going to serve you in the future. And we've talked about this before. People's lives changed. Like, we have a friend, she got married 2 years after college. The life that we all lived when she got married was dramatically different. None of us were married. None of us had kids. But also, we had less expendable income because we were early in our careers. Then we have another friend, and the year that you got married, arguably, I had the most flexibility when you got married. Wasn't married, didn't have kids. Also, well, it was during a pandemic. So finances were also weird. Like,
Yeah.
Life is not static. And so your friends are going to have different financial obligations and different family situations when each person gets married. Just because you could all go to something versus now when people have kids, mortgages, life is not the same. Like, grow up.
But yes, I agree. But people are really taking it like so far. Like someone said that they got an itinerary that was like, these are the activities, whatever. And on the itinerary, it had a list of what sort of things people should wear.
I've heard of girls like sending out like a very itemized list of your clothing. Like, well, one, I only wear black, so is that okay?
Should I still come?
And please tell me no.
Yeah.
Like when I was planning your bachelorette party, I'm trying to remember.
It was COVID.
But like the world was shutting down. But I think I did send suggestions like we're going to be doing this. So you'll want to wear this. You're going to be wearing. But like there was no.
But that's just so people know what to pack.
Yeah.
Not like wear cerulean blue.
No, it was like mostly wear leggings. Be casual. And like, I think your bachelorette party was like a perfect, again, as someone who planned it, I think it was perfect. No, but
As the planner.
it was drivable.
Yeah.
We weren't holding a gun to anyone's head. If they wanted to come, great.
If you can't, totally got it.
We did chill activities. Like,
We did chillax.
we chillaxed. We watched a lot of TLC TV.
Yeah.
Like, it was so fun and chill, but like, we weren't, I would never, and you even know, because we're having a destination wedding, I didn't even want a bachelorette party. You lovingly planned like a surprise weekend getaway that was drivable for like our closest friends. But like, there's no way in hell I would have had people fly twice. Like, this girl's having a bachelorette party and a fucking wedding in some unknown place.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
How insane.
Insane.
It's just like it's gone too far. And of course, like anytime you're going to request what people wear or like
No.
whatever, it's all just for the photos. Because if you're not taking photos, then what do you care?
It is for the photos. It's for the gram.
Yeah, it's for your stupid fucking Instagram so that you can post a picture of everyone in orange bathing suits.
Yeah.
Orange, you glad you're at my bachelorette party?
No.
Fuck off.
No.
No.
First of all,
No, I'm not.
I look terrible in orange.
It's just like if I'm packing for a party and I see like this happened to my friend. She got a like it wasn't an itinerary, but it was like a list and it was like, "Oh, and everyone's going to wear red the night we go out and the bride's going to be wearing white." And it's like, "Okay, I don't want to wear red.
I actually don't own red.
I don't own anything red." She literally was like, "I'm looking at my closet now and I see not a speck of red."
I mean,
I was like, "You need to just wear like you need to go to the Halloween store and get a firefighter outfit." That's red. Fuck you.
like, but I don't know what's wrong. Like, this is.
Can you imagine you're all getting ready and you come out in a firefighter outfit?
But like, here's the thing. This is the one thing I always want to say. Like, down with the patriarchy. This is one thing men do have it right. Like, men don't give a fuck what their friends are wearing. Like, what is it about women that are like, I want to make you all my little dolls? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to dress your friends? Like, I have trouble getting myself ready and out the door. I can't possibly think about what all of you are wearing and
Yeah,
doing.
I don't even want to know.
Like,
then like when you look back at the pictures in 20 years, it's like, and everyone here is wearing red.
Why?
How stupid.
Like, I like it when I actually loved in all of our wedding photos that you guys are all wearing different dresses. Like, it's fun. It's like
That's what you chose to
it's
wear.
your personality. Like,
Yeah.
I love you for you, not to be cheesy. I don't need to make you like one of my soldiers. Like,
And if you're in this fucking wedding, you're wearing red. Like, okay, I understand asking people to wear a certain dress.
totally a color.
Yes, or even like a certain dress
Yes.
to be a bridesmaid. Like, that's just tradition.
Fine.
If you're not forward thinking enough to think outside of that box, then
If you're limited, we
yeah,
understand.
then you just maybe are a little bit limited in how far you can think into things. And then you're just in a wedding of someone who's dumb, which is
fine.
which is fine.
Which is totally fine.
That's absolutely fine. I have to wear this fucking frock and you're dumb. But like when it comes from like,
But you're just
yeah, you're all gonna wear peach in the wedding, these specific peach dresses. You know how people will send you the color and then you pick whatever you want on a Zazie?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good.
and they have the craziest names. Like, this is juiciest Georgia peach.
You're all gonna wear juiciest Georgia peach. And it's like, oh my God, I look so good in peach.
Like, my skin tone is actually peached. I've left that phase of my life. Like, I'll never deal with this again because I'm not partaking in these experiences.
I just feel like if guys had a bachelor party, birthday party, whatever it was. And they sent out a text to the guys being like,
crying thinking about it.
hey guys, can't wait for Bachelor Palooza 2024. If everyone can plan to wear blue bathing suits.
We're golfing on Sunday, so if everyone could just get a nice white striped polo.
Yeah, Dan wants everybody to be in white striped polos. It would be like, Dan
is a loser.
Must want my foot in his ass. If your husband says to you, like, oh, you know what? You're getting your nails done. You're getting a pedicure. I like when you have red toes.
Yeah.
Do you give a shit? I'm more inclined to not get red.
Oh, I give a shit.
That he wants them to be red?
I mean,
why do you care what's on my toe?
It's such a, like, he would never. I don't even think he knows right now what color's on my toes. But, like, if he said it, I'd be like, under advisement.
Oh, I'd be like, the no, red's in the no category.
That's ironic because you so give a shit what Mike wears. Like, what if every time you told Mike that you wanted him to wear or do something, he was like, I'm not wearing that.
He does sometimes say that.
He's like, I'm not wearing that.
If it's like, especially if it's something that like is not comfortable or he's going to be warm in.
Warm. I'm always warm. I get that. Yeah, no, it's under advisement. Like, I'm not like, oh, I've got to get my nails in red. But I'm like, huh.
It's just like, I like when your nails are red. Like, what?
I'm trying to think of a situation where he would. I mean, I do. He like, I wear a lot of black, and he's like, I really like when you wear color. So I do try sometimes.
You do?
Sometimes.
That brown thing you wear doesn't count.
Oh, well, I'm thinking about getting more color because he's like, I really like it when you wear color. And I'm like, I get it.
So you're taking under advisement in your mind only.
I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just if you're thinking about telling someone what to do, what to wear.
Ever. Don't.
Ever. Maybe don't.
Don't. Wow. Girls are crazy. This is where I'm like, girls are crazy.
And like, why isn't it okay to just be like, okay, yeah, I can't afford to do that.
That is actually the crazier part. And you and I have talked about this so much. If my friend told me they couldn't afford something, that's it. We're done. Either I'm treating them to it or it's not happening.
Right.
I'm never like counting their money like, well, you did just.
Right. Like if you've invited someone to do something and they're like, I don't know if I can come because I don't have the money for that right now, and you really want them to come, then you really have to pay for it.
Really, really?
Really, really. Like if you're like, it's really important to me that you come on my bachelorette party. If that's the reason they can't come. Like if they're like, I would love to be there, but I just can't afford it, then you're gonna have to
ponying up.
Yeah, pony up.
I don't know why that people don't want to do that too. Like have something that's more manageable so people can come.
Because they don't really want them to come. It's not about
it's not about the people. I think it's about like
how it looks.
It's how it looks.
And your best friend from childhood didn't come to your bachelorette party. What happened there? Like
totally.
She couldn't afford it.
And I also do think it's like this doll complex. Like girls are like, I will dress you up and I will take you where I want to go. It's like, it's my time. It's like, you're getting married. You're not becoming the queen.
Yeah, and good luck to the person that you marry.
It's not your coronation. Yeah, and good luck. Also, again, not to be shitty, but like, aren't you just like in love with your husband?
No, is the answer to that.
But
most
like,
of the time,
I really feel like
most people, I think it's not even about.
I think it's about the production and not about the wedding.
Yeah,
yeah.
And especially like when people are getting married more into their 30s, they feel like they're owed one.
It's
like they're like, I have gone on 600 bachelorettes and I now have a dress in every color of the rainbow.
And 31 dresses instead of 27. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. We're so sane. We're so lucky.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Smart and sane.
To all those around us.
You're welcome.
And smart. You're right.
Smart and sane. That's us.
Smart and sane.
Yeah.
Not insane.
No, God, sorry if I misspoke.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused. Well, thank you for calling.
Thanks for chatting. I'll call you later.
Love you.
Love ya.
Bye.